where they need to be. So you have to do it when they're young. You have to discipline them. You're not their friend. You're not. I'm sorry. You need to be a parent. There's so much violence and shootings, and that's all you hear about is all this violence. It's because, not always, but most of the time it's because the kids weren't properly disciplined. It's like, well, we know we can do whatever we want. Democrats, right? We know that we can do, not all Democrats, we can do whatever we want and there's no repercussions. Okay? And they know that. So that's why you see these kids throw a tantrum, because the parent's going to be like, okay, well, you're drawing attention. I don't want to look bad. And, you know, I remember this old lady when I was at the auto show. Little one took off running. I wasn't pissed, okay? So the lady, I was waiting for her to say something and I was going to put her in her spot. But anyway, so, you know, I wasn't mad or anything because I was just sitting there and took off. So anyway, so then I picked them up. And this old lady, you know, I could see that she wanted to say something. And I thought, open your mouth. Go ahead. You know, tell me how to raise my kid. And but anyway, point being is too many people, too many irresponsible parents, and that's what it is, irresponsibility. You're not like those cops. They didn't go into school. They're irresponsible. They should lose their jobs. Kids died because you guys were standing outside not wanting to go in and take out the bad guy. That's ridiculous. You take out the bad guy. It doesn't matter whether it's kids, adults, or whatever. Do your job. You're a police officer. Your job is to serve and protect. It's on most cop cars. Well, what were you guys doing standing around outside? You sure as hell weren't serving and protecting. You're protecting your own ass. Well, if I go in there, I could get shot. That's your job. You have a weapon. Draw your weapon. Use it if necessary. Somebody breaks in my house. Yeah. They ain't going to walk out alive. I can tell you that right now. You know, it's like, yeah, break in. Yeah. You know, so anyway, the kids are out of control because the parents want to be friends and they don't want to discipline. Oh, well, you know, if you discipline the kid, it makes him mean. No, it doesn't. I was disciplined. I'm not mean. Yeah, I'm an asshole, but I'm not really mean. And it's like, you know, you don't bargain with your child. Oh, well, please do this. No. Pick up your toys, put them away. Well, I'll give you this if you pick all that stuff up. No. Pick your toys up, put them in your toy box. Pick up all your clothes, put them in the hamper or whatever. Discipline. Extreme lack of discipline probably over the last 20, 30 years, and it's still going on. And people are raising monsters for kids because there's no discipline. And they do whatever they want. And Junior comes over here and he now listens to me. At first, most of the time, he ignored me, you know, and when he's out here in the garage with me, I don't have a problem with that. Okay? I really don't. But now he's to the point to where he knows that what I say goes. If you're out here, you're not to touch these things. And he knows that. And he'll pout, you know. He was messing with something the other day, trying to chip the concrete. And I just told him, I said, hey, don't. Sticks his lip out and pouts. That's fine. I don't care. Stick your lip out and pout. I don't really care. You know, it was amazing. Offspring would stand there for like 20, 30 minutes, and I remember my mom saying, well, I didn't believe you. And I'm like, yeah, you know, and it's like if they want to stand there and pout, that's fine. You were disciplined. I don't want to be disciplined. Well, you're getting disciplined. So now, majority of the time, the last few times here when he's out in the garage, you know, playing and stuff, not necessarily playing, but playing, and he'll ask me, can I? And I'll either say yes or no. Or I'll say, that's not a toy, you can't. And he'll pout a little bit, but I notice the pouting is getting shorter and shorter because he needs that you just can't, especially a garage. You know, there's so many dangerous things in here, You know, when I'm powder coating, that oven gets hot. And the outside of the oven, I didn't make that oven, so I'm rambling on. I didn't make that, I'll cut this in two sections maybe. But anyway, I didn't build that oven childproof because there's not going to be any kids out here messing with it. So I know it's hot, and he never goes by it. I'm like, you don't get near it. And he's fine with that. It's like, okay, I won't get near it, you know, whatever you say, you know. And so now, I like the fact that he comes over and plays. You know, it's really, it's nice having him over. And he behaves himself more now out in the garage because a lot of times he will ask me first before he gets into something, before he touches something. And that's discipline. I didn't spank him or anything. He just knows, okay, this is the way it is. And that's what kids need. You know, they need to learn, because when you're a child, you don't know right from wrong. You have no clue. You have to be taught. Someone's meowing at the door. You have to be taught right from wrong. So anyway, I know this video's been ridiculously long. So anyway, I apologize for that. No, I don't. I don't really care. I'll just put it in a couple of different parts. But anyway, these kids that are out of control, that falls on the parents. And it used to be the parents, if your kid did something and they broke into somebody's house or they stole the car, they started holding, in Michigan for a while, they started holding the parents responsible for the actions of the kids. Because you're the parent. If your kid is out in the middle of the night drinking and they're stealing a car for a joyride, or they're breaking in somebody's house, they're out of control now, then they get in school and they start using drugs and alcohol, fine and dandy, pot. I ain't never seen anybody get out of control on pot, to be honest with you. I've seen people get drunk and become pricks, assholes, or whatever. Now, I'm an asshole. I don't need to drink to be an asshole. I'm an asshole. I know I'm an asshole. So anyway, parents really, the point is the counting thing doesn't work. I mean, some kids, they're just well behaved, and that's fine and dandy. But most children need that discipline. They need to know right from wrong. When we go to a store because you throw a tantrum because you want that toy or whatever it is, you're not getting it. No. No does not make a child mean. You know what makes a child mean? Lack of discipline. Because I can go over here and I can punch that kid, or I can push my nephew or cousin, whatever they are. I can do stuff like that, and nothing's going to happen to me. And as they get older, because they test you. You know, I remember Michael would start to reach for something he's not supposed to touch, and he'd be reaching and look over at me, and I'm like, okay, let's see what happens here. You know, and it would just be funny. His hand would get closer and closer, and then it would be almost there, and I'd say, you go right ahead and see what happens. Okay. And that would be the end of it. You know, so kids do test the parents. You know, it's just like anything, you know. But anyway, you know, the respect, lack of discipline, and that's why everything's in the shitter the way it is a big part of it, and why so many people are out of control, because they didn't learn respect. They weren't taught that when they were young. They weren't taught right from wrong. Obviously, as they get older, I'm going to go shoot up a school, they know that's wrong. So there is no, okay, you're old enough, you know the right from wrong. But as a child, you don't know right from wrong. You know, it's like, well, okay, well, I'm just going to, you know, grab that right there and start playing with it. Unless that child is told, no, you can't, well, I'm going to throw a fit. Throw a fit. But you want me to give you something to cry about? Yeah. And you see that all the time where kids get whatever they want. That makes them spoiled brats. And then they turn into young adults that are spoiled, always getting their way. And too many kids are growing up, getting their way, thinking everything is you know, good. I can do and say whatever I want, like shifty shift. But anyway, so I just appreciate anybody watching the videos, and I actually forget what this video was about. Tom's rant. Was it about respect? Discipline? I honestly don't know, because I did like 3 or 4 of these in a row. So anyway, I just appreciate anybody watching my videos. Hit the little B in the bottom right hand corner if you want to subscribe. And hit the little notification bell. Will notify you every time I upload a video. So anyway, I just appreciate anybody watching my videos. Like I said, I'm up to, is it 49,000 or 48,000? I could check if I had my phone on me. But anyway, so I think it's almost 49,000 views, something like that. So anyway, I just appreciate anybody watching my video. You know, whether you like them or not, doesn't really matter. Gives me something to do. And if I help one person out there, good enough for me. You know, and, you know, it's like, whether it's powder coating, whether it's political, whether it's reviewing products, if one person finds it helpful, I'm satisfied. You know, that's all I ask. You know, I just try to do these videos to help people out, and because I'm bored. You know, so anyway, thanks for watching, people. I really sincerely do appreciate everybody watching my videos, and it makes me feel pretty good because I'm going to hit like 50,000 views probably within the next month or two, and I have over 5,000 hours of watch time, so I meet all the standards to get paid other than 1,000 subscribers. So anyway, thanks. I do appreciate it. And discipline your kids. Teach your kids respect. Your kid spits in your face, that's wrong. They hit you, that's wrong. They bite you, that's wrong. You know, it's like, yeah, my brother, asshole Rick, he used to be a biter. And he wouldn't learn. So my mom bit him. He learned. He never bit again. So I thought that was really funny. It's like, yeah, you won't want to learn? Okay, well, you know, no, you can't go around biting. So you know what? We're going to show you. And I never had that problem. Michael was always well behaved, and he wasn't an abused child. He was a good kid. Most of the time, it was like I didn't have to discipline him. You know, it was like he knew, you know, right from wrong or whatever, and he knew the penalties. It's like, okay, you know, I've given you enough warnings. You're going to get a spanking. Keep pushing. You know, then after so many warnings, it's like, okay, that's it. You know, now you force my hand. So anyway, appreciate you watching my videos, and there you go. Thanks for watching.